maybe I should sit outside. It's cooled down now. I thought I'd just I need to do a bit of cleaning up, so the balcony's a bit scruffy. I've been trying to get them back to health. I think they need more water. I think the soil is repelling the water, that's the problem. Oh, this one. Maybe I should use soil wetter or something. It's fairly dry. You got to stick your finger in it to check how wet the soil is. I thought it'd still be wet. Melon growing here. I had some I even grew a tiny little rock melon about that big once. But they're pretty as well. I also like them. I don't like to throw anything out, even weeds I'll keep. And so I do very good with succulents. Go away for months in the van, and when I come back they're still alive. We sit them in water. Got a pot there, I can sit them in that. And I've got these extra large pots here which I can fill with water and keep them fed while we're away. This is a clipping I took from the side of the road. They're all over the place on the verge. The money tree's doing alright. I need to do some more. There's branching. Do some branching. Yeah, I need to do some gardening. You clip off the top too and then it branches. We're in van mode, day trips. I just wanted to film the balcony next day after we were out. Oh yeah, I was thinking of putting these big ones in the big pots. So I was going to put all these big aloe vera in the big pots because they're starting to fall over. It's another project. Later, dude. We had a crow was trying to pick at this thing, and it dropped it down there, and then it started crying. Like I was watching it from the bedroom, and it was going, I dropped it. I swear it was looking at me, saying it was like as if it's my fault that it dropped it. So I put it back there, but it never came back. Sometimes I do some composting, so I'll put food waste and churn it up. Alright, I made a coffee, so I was thinking I could sit out here and have my coffee. Nice and cool right now. One of the things that puts me off coming out here is that I have to put the seat covers down. Sometimes I have to assemble that as well, clean the table. Instant privacy. So what I wanted to talk about is yesterday I was going to I brought my laptop to the van. I've got a lot of projects on the go at the moment. Doing an animation and I can't draw. So what I do is I take a photograph and then I modify it in GIMP. I've been doing audiobooks and I was using stock photos from Pinterest and free to use photographs from the internet, and I use that to accompany the audiobook because I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks and I think I'll give it a go. I'll try and do an audiobook. Got 2 audiobooks on the go. I came up with an idea for an animation story, and it didn't have any dialogue. It was just a funny story about a character who goes through life not noticing anything, and there wasn't any dialogue. So I thought, how do I tell this story as like a graphic novel or an animation? How do I animate it? And like, I've been doing the Canterville Ghost, and I've started animating bits of the scenes, like someone throws a pillow at him and it disappears through the skirting board. And I did a sort of 6 frames of that. So I was thinking, well, if I put a bit of time into it, I could actually animate it. I could put some movement in it. He's living in this narrow house, and I found this site where there's cupboards, and behind the cupboards is a fridge and a table and a bed, and whatever cupboard you pull out, it's got. And so all his house is behind these cupboards. Otherwise, it just looks like a narrow corridor. But for every use, or every room that he needs, he has to pull a cupboard out. So I wanted to show a corridor, and I had bookshelves on one side and these cupboards on the other side. But then the cupboards were pictured face on. So I changed the perspective so that I turned it on its side so that it was side on. And that's the first time I've successfully managed that, because sometimes I can't tell how it's orienting something. It came out really good. I'm really happy with it. Instinctively, like that. I mean, really, I should do a couple of tutorials on, shadow. I am interested in that. I am interested in, like, blending different colours. Like, I've been playing around with art, pencil drawings and stuff, and blending colours together, because I really love artwork where the colours get blended together and they gradually get darker. So it starts with a light orange and goes to a dark orange, and I was thinking you probably need to put shading in with the different colours of green, say, like if it's in the shadow, it would be a darker green than if it's in the sun. I've got this animation on the go. I have a novel that I was writing and also trying to make it a film script. I put that on Tumblr. I've put my animation. I ended up doing a dialogue for this animation. It just came to me, like, I just thought I'll write it like a children's story. Like, how you get a picture and then the next page is just a bit of explanatory text to explain what's happening in this picture. So I did it like that, and I've put quite a few pictures up and cartoonized them, and I'm a long way along with it, but it needs finishing off, and so I can upload it. And so there's that project needs finishing. There's Canterville Ghost. I'm on chapter 4, and there's 7 chapters. I got a bit bogged down with that one because it's an incredible amount of detail in Canterville Ghost. And I started The Cookie Lady by Philip K. Dick. But nobody was watching it, so I've just got one final section of that to do, but I'm prioritising the animation now. I've kind of dropped the Canterville Ghost as well, so I just want to take advantage of the cool temperatures. It's hot in the day and then it cools down at night. Some days are cooler than others because it's kind of the desert in WA. It's just like the desert, boiling hot in the day and freezing cold at night, or could be. We could get like 35 degrees in the day and 15 degrees at night, but today probably 20 degrees, I would say. At 6 a.m, so I've got 3 hours before it warms up. Besides, I like sitting out here. We've got this garden opposite us. It's an organised garden. I'd love to be able to do a garden like that. I love plants. I love healthy plants. So those are healthy plants, and those are not so healthy plants. I like the healthy plants, but I don't kill them. No, they have to die all on their own. I'll try and keep them alive as long as I can. We're going to be going out again, and go on the beach. Maybe we'll go for a swim this time. Oh, and it wasn't 35 degrees like they said it was going to be. It was 39 degrees. No wonder it was hot. Just barely survived with all the doors and windows open. So, I mean, even if you had a vent, like if you just close the back door and the side door and have a vent in the back, it'd still be too hot. I mean, we had the back door wide open and the side door wide open. It was too hot. It's 35 degrees inside the van. Oh, it's 12 minutes, gotta go.